All right, welcome back to Oddly Satisfying. We'll start off with some educational tips on how to make your food look better. Okay, so just melt some gummy bears, melt some chocolate. It's just, there is no way that if I try any of this, it's gonna actually make things look good. Oh my God, that's amazing. Just look at how little cotton candy actually ends up being once you melt it down. Okay, that's pretty cool, but yeah, literally anything that you're doing here, if I tried to do it myself, would just end up looking absolutely awful. For some reason, I think this is a lot easier shown by a professional than done by me here at home. And also, I have to have all these different ingredients. And just think of how expensive this is to actually get right with so many tries over and over. You'd be spending so much money, and every time you just waste the thing you're using. You're like, oh, that one didn't work. Gotta go buy some more Toblerone because I need an entire thing of it in order to make this little decoration here. Ugh. Power washing in New York City. So what you're saying is, that's how the inside of my lungs look, living in a city like LA. Probably pretty equivalent, if not worse than New York. Well, that's just depressing, isn't it? So you're telling me that all the dark-colored buildings that I see in New York, for example, not actually that color. No, that's cool and also depressing at the same time that I look like that inside. 30 minutes after watering my drama queen. What? Is a drama queen a name of a plant? How do you do this, okay? Let me tell you, the only times I've had real plants and the leaves start to not look so good, it's only a downward spiral from there. What kind of special stuff do you put in your water that you add it and then 30 minutes later your leaves are back fine and dandy once again? They're just expanded and happy and not shriveling up. Not okay. What kind of green thumb do you have? And I, for the life of me, can't figure it out. I've never been able to keep a living plant inside my house in good condition for longer than a couple months, and then it dies. My gardener, fortunately, he's able to make things survive outside. Inside, when it's up to me, nah, it's just screwed. Behold this filling. You're gonna do some very nice coloring inside the lines. That's all. It's just gonna be going back and forth to complete the circle, and that's pretty much it. That's all. That's it. And just a very simple, satisfying post. All you'd have to do to turn this from satisfying into mildly infuriating is at the very end, you just scribble all over the place. You should have done it. The perfection of this loop. Oh boy. I'm not even gonna know where it breaks. Where does the loop break and keep going over and wait, okay, it's like, all right, there's the loop, and then it goes again, and then it does that again. And then it goes back down, and then it's gonna loop again, and then it's not bad. It's pretty well done. But is it as well done as Captain Sparkle's Twitter? Here is Captain Sparkle's Twitter. Is it as well done as that? You tell me, because I think that's even better. You want oddly satisfying? You head on over to my Twitter, and you get oddly satisfying. All right, as well as pictures with John Wick. All right, let's continue along from there. The way it zooms out. Here we have a Simpsons introduction. Oh, is it gonna zoom out all the way as far as we can go into the universe? We're gonna see the Milky Way, and then it's good. They're scaling it kind of like Google Maps scales. I don't think that's how, oh God. Now they're gonna zoom right back into regular size because they went subatomic after they went all the way out, and then it's gonna end up being right back in the living room again, and it's gonna be a perfect loop. It's gonna be, yep, perfect loop. Oh God, this again. And then it's just gonna keep going forever. Because little did you know that if you go far enough out into the universe, you will actually become a subatomic particle, and then you'll end up back in Springfield, United States, where you'll then become a normal-sized human again. That's just how it actually works inside of every atom. It's LED Waterfall. So wait a minute. Is that actually a hallway? Okay, it's a hallway, right? Like there's turnstiles for you to enter and cool. I didn't know if that hallway right there was also part of the LED screen, but that's really cool. Is there an earthquake going on right now? Is this what happens when there's an earthquake inside of the building that has the LED screen? It was remarkably robust. It kept operating. This is one way to have a really cool waterfall without the issue and maintenance of water. Because water sucks when it comes to the inside of buildings. Every time that I see a house listed in LA that has these fancy water features inside, I'm like, you're just asking for trouble there. It's enough with just a pool, but then you have interior water features in your house. Man, it looks fancy, it looks awesome, but as soon as something goes wrong, it could go pretty wrong. Lego explosion. Yeah, that's really freaking cool, dude. Oh my God. How do you even do that? Was that legit? That had to be on the computer, right? That must be like a shader that you can use in Maya or something where you can basically you can set up a dynamics explosion and then you can apply a shader that basically turns it into Legos for you. Because there is no way that this was a stop motion thing. That's just too much. I refuse to believe it. I guess it could be, but it's probably a demo for like a shader or something. You guys know if you want to make something that looks like the Lego movie, we'll just download this shader for Maya. You'll be able to do all the cool dynamics and stuff using Legos. I bet it is. I bet there are shaders that do that. Because most of the Lego movie is not stop motion, it's done on computer. Sorry to burst your bubble. I know it's kind of a bummer. You wanted it to be all practical effects, stop motion. A lot of computers involved. These kitchen drawers. Huh. That's actually not what I was expecting at all. I was expecting that he was going to pull the drawer open and it was just going to ever so slightly graze by the handle on the other door. And then if that were the case, I was going to take you into my kitchen where there's a drawer that I can open that just grazes ever so slightly with like a 0.5 millimeter clearance by the handle that's on the door next to it. Perfectly engineered. You might find it satisfying, except it's not exactly this. Can you imagine giving someone instructions on how to get the silverware though? You're like, it's in one of the corner drawers. Which one? Yes. They're like, excuse me? And then they try to yank it out like straight on with the handle, and then they think they break it. Like if I pulled straight on the handle and it bent out like that, I'd be like, I think I broke your drawer. Sorry about that. Can you get the silverware instead? My bad. Making an isometric illusion rug from carpet scraps. All right, you're about to do some trippy stuff that I would not want in my house because I would just like walk over it and freak out that I'm about to fall on something. Yeah, no. I'm sure it's gonna turn out really cool, but then you're gonna put it in a location where if your grandma ever comes over, she's gonna fall over herself. She's gonna think that there's like some kind of staircase, and no, it's just a flat rug. See how many? Yeah, like a good joke. It's not really a joke, I guess. Would be to put this in a place in public where people can just trip over it. It's actually not that bad. I thought it was going to be worse. A crack in the Earth's magnetic field over the weekend, not uncommon around the equinox, allowed the solar wind to pour over in Norway. The result, fantastic display of the northern lights. They look almost like flowing to the ground. Very cool. Okay, so is that just like a really long way of saying this is a GIF of the northern lights? Okay, cool. All right. So that is the northern lights. Sweet. That's a pretty cool version of the northern lights. But yeah, it was a very I am very smart explanation of it, I suppose. But yeah, dude, that's cool. One day I'll see these, but I don't travel very much, so maybe it won't. I keep saying I'll travel one day, but then the more and more I think about it, I'm like, will I ever actually travel places? Probably not. Being home's cool, dude. When your new dock supervisor is fresh out of the military. What that looks like is just some like diabolical horror movie booby trap. There's something very unsettling about all that heavy machinery pointed towards each other just at the very tips of the spikes. Like, I don't know, even if all of those forklifts are just parked and all the keys are in another room somewhere, there's something about walking down that path right there that just wouldn't work for me. I'd walk I don't know, a few miles out of the way, even if that was the shortcut. I'm just gonna, nah. This is part of a horror movie. I've seen this before. I'm gonna leave. This paint roller cleaning tool. Huh. I didn't know that there was a tool for that. But that's smart. I guess it would make sense that you would want one to be a thing. Does it actually get like all the paint out? I always wondered what you do to get the paint out of a paint roller. It seems like a bit of a pain to get the paint out just under the faucet. And then you're getting paint all over your sink, and you don't want it. You don't want to like paint the inside of your sink or the inside of your pipes, and you keep doing that, and then it builds up the paint inside the pipes, and it's probably a pain to clean up. And that would suck. So you just, wow, that's, never done any painting myself. I feel like I'm gonna mess up. And I'm like, I'll just hire someone. I don't want to screw up and just get a bunch of paint all over the place on my ceiling and on the floor, and it'll look all uneven on the wall. It's probably not that difficult to do, but I'm too concerned. I don't trust myself. This professional grade chase shot. Oh, this is in Las Vegas. I've been here before. Oh, dude, all the stabilization on this stuff is so cool. I wonder if the cars going the other way are also stopped, or if that's just normal traffic and they've only shut down one side. Just imagine the kind of budget, the kind of coolness you need to be able to call up the Las Vegas PD and be like, you know, we need to close down the strip right in front of City Center, just to, you know, shoot a chase. It could take several hours to do, so, you know, can you do that? And the police chief is like, yeah, sure, dude, not a problem. I'll hook it up. Because that is right in front of City Center, and there's a lot of traffic going on Las Vegas Boulevard at that time. And then how do you prevent bystanders from just looking out the windows like this? I wonder if you can go to various movies. There's got to be some kind of website that's just dedicated to little bits that are visible inside the movie that aren't actually shut off with actors in it. And you can just see people like peering down from a hotel room, or someone in the distant sidewalk kind of rubbernecking, oh, what's going on over there? They're shooting a movie? But even so, this is a cool shot. God, just operating that camera arm, that's got to be so difficult to do. Like, someone's driving the car, and then another person has to be reacting to that, getting the camera exactly where it needs to be. That's tough. Had a couple of Word documents open at once today, and the loading dots synced up. Oh. I'm sorry, but you can never exit out of there now. You have to leave your taskbar open forever. Yeah, your computer is just a display thing now, and if your power goes out ever, oh, that's gonna suck. That'd be like eating the Virgin Mary toast. Like, that's incredible. You can't get rid of it. You know, it wasn't, there's some attraction where it's like the Virgin Mary it appeared in like a baked toast, and then it was on display for a super long time somewhere, preserved. Maybe it still exists, I don't know, but that's your computer now. Infinity Gauntlet Art Reveal. Okay, so you pull just all the layers off, and then it's perfectly THANOS. And you just that, and then oh yeah, that's, yep, right. Oh, right, of course. That's always, yep, that's what happens when you just pull the paper off. Definitely how the heck did you manage to do, how did you do that? But how? I get the stones, like that makes sense, but how'd you make all the cuts on the gold foil and it came out perfect, and like, are there 2 layers? No, it's like, it's actually cut that way. It had to be like laser machined or something. That's nutty. Well, we're almost at endgame, folks. We'll see what happens with THANOS soon enough. And the final, most oddly satisfying post of the last month. Japanese shower head that covers you in soap foam. Wait, this guy, he's at like whatever an equivalent of CES, and this dude's gotta just, while he's fully oh, what the heck? It looks like water, but then it's not. Oh, wow. So hold on, is this for dishwashing applications, or is this for actual showering applications? Do you have two shower heads that are in your shower and one of them does this and one of them is normal water? Or are you, whoa, are you able to, you can toggle on the shower head directly. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah, I kind of want that a little bit. Can you imagine never having to apply soap or shampoo ever again? Except I don't know if, is it soap? Is it shampoo? Can you toggle between soap and shampoo? Yeah, I wonder if that gets clogged up real badly after a certain amount of time, though. But anyway, yeah, oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I just imagine like what you can do with that. Just so much foam. You just completely cover yourself, and you can just become a white foam monster inside of your shower. It'd be kind of great. Imagine the YouTube videos that could result from that. Anyway, that's it for the last month of Oddly Satisfying. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you liked. Check out the playlist in the description if you want to catch more of these videos. Subscribe if you're not already. And check the link in the outro and description if you want to listen to the music playing in the background right now over on Mary Music. I'll see you next time.
Sensation, feeling this sensation.